Will you guys trust me if I said that you can keep your Aethers running efficiently and in a really good condition even after years of regular usage? Well, now in this video, I'm going to give you exact same tips on how to achieve that. I have taken a generalized topic where I only mentioned the Aether scooters because both the 450 and the 450X are similar scooters when it comes to their core DNA and their inner workings. So whatever I mentioned in this video will apply for both the scooters, the 450 and the 450X. So without any delay, let's get started. The first point being follow the 20-80-20 rule to get a longer battery life. The point here is you don't need to completely charge the scooter up to 100% and completely drain it to 0%. Do this. Start charging when you reach 20% and end charging when you reach 80%. So by doing this, you will be saving on the charging cycles of the battery. See, lithium-ion batteries here have a limited number of charge and discharge cycles. That means they keep losing their capability of storing full capacity of charge as you keep charging them every day and they reach their potential limits. This is similar to your smartphone batteries or any other consumer electronics batteries where they have recommended you to charge it only up to 80% and charge it up to 100% whenever it is necessary only. See, by charging it up to only 80% and discharging it up to only 20%, you will be making use of partial cycles and not full cycles, so that 40% of buffer will give you a longer battery life in the long run. And it's not healthy for the battery to keep it always at its full capacity or at zero capacity because there's a lot of pressure on the battery itself when you fill it up fully with charge. So yeah, if you don't really need that 75 to 80 kilometers of range every day, and if you can manage with say 60 kilometers of range every day, do charge it to only 80% and cut it. The next point being avoid the red halo as much as possible on your dashboard. Here, this red halo indication kind of thing is similar to your tachometer on your IC vehicles where it basically tells you how hard you're revving the engine. But here it's not exactly an engine. It basically tells you how efficient your electric motor is running at that moment of time. The more red halo you get on the dashboard, the least efficient your motor is running, and the less red halo you get on your dashboard, your motor is running more efficiently. You can also make out these efficiency numbers from your phone app itself where it shows the efficiency numbers for each ride you have taken. Lesser the number, better for the motor and the battery. More the number, it's not that good for the motor and the battery. Here, make sure you don't use all the 100% of the throttle or also 50% of the throttle. What you can do here is, as soon as the red halo becomes larger and larger, you can let go of the throttle until the red halo becomes lesser and then give the throttle back again. So the ultimate goal here is you have to make sure that your scooter is running as fast as possible without the red halo with the least throttle position. Now you don't have to get obsessed with this red halo thingy here because there are a few inevitable situations, like say you are going uphill, or say you are having a pillion rider behind. Those situations you can't really avoid that red halo. Your motor has to work with that amount of load on it. So don't really try to attain those efficiency numbers, those less numbers, those attractive numbers all the time. Just experiment with the scooter and stick to whatever is comfortable with you and whatever riding patterns are you finding good enough with good efficiency numbers. So next point here is, it's not completely true that only eco mode can give you the best range possible in the scooter. In my personal experience, I have seen the predicted range on the app, which almost goes up to 85 to 90 kilometers in the ride mode and almost 75 to 80 kilometers in sport mode too. So there is a specific riding style which you have to follow if you want to gain a lot of range in all these riding modes. So the way you can get these predicted range numbers for the scooters in ride mode and sport mode is by following some really simple things. You don't have to accelerate like a madman. Just keep your scooter stable, let it gain momentum, and you don't even need to accelerate a lot. After that, you can just cruise around with your scooter in the city streets. Make sure that you don't go above 50s or 60 km/h of speed, because I don't think you actually need that much speeds in city roads. If you're on a highway, then fine, but if you're in a city, don't really try to achieve those speeds, because you won't get the range. Yeah, avoid rapid acceleration and make sure you follow that red halo thing. Make sure it's not all over the place. Keep it low and minimum. Yeah, when you are going from a standstill, that is 0 kmph to a certain speed, you will get that red halo thing on your dashboard. It is normal. It is for the scooter to gain some speed and momentum, but after that, that will go down slowly if you keep controlling the throttle properly. And yeah, that's about it. These are my experimentations done on the scooter. So these might or might not work for everyone out there, but yeah, these can actually work for most of them because the scooters are almost the same. The next point being, avoid fast charging as much as possible. See, now I know that fast charging is cool and all, but fast charging is not really good for your battery health if you want to use your vehicle for long term. See, when you're charging the battery normally with the normal pace, your chemical reactions inside the battery are going fine in their proper speeds. But when you're charging the battery at a faster pace, the chemical reactions inside the battery are faster, which can result in higher temperatures, and higher temperatures are not really good for your battery. Higher temperatures are not really good for anything. So because of these higher temperatures, there will be temperature limitations which you have to face. Again, this is same as your smartphones or your laptops or your tablets. They don't really tell you to fast charge all the time, even though they provide you with fast chargers. So try to charge your Aethers at the Aether dot provided in your house for a better battery life all over for a longer term. See, now I'm not telling that you should not charge your scooters at the Aether grids at all. Go ahead and do that. There's no problem in that, but don't really depend on the grids for charging your scooters every day, because that might eventually result in a lesser battery capacity in the long term. So keep in mind, charge your scooters at home. The next point is, make good use of the regen provided in the scooter and avoid sudden braking. Sudden braking is unhealthy for any kind of vehicle out there, either it be an electric vehicle or a hybrid or an IC vehicle. You shouldn't be doing sudden braking anytime. You should be controlling your speed always. But in EVs, actually the regen gets activated by itself. You don't have to manually press a button or something, at least in most of the vehicles that is. In electric cars, the regen can be manually controlled, but in electric scooters like our Aethers, for example, the regen is automatically started below 80% SOC. You can also manually apply more regen by your hand. You can just twist the throttle 5 degrees behind and your scooter will gently slow down. This regen braking thing is not as strong as your disc brakes, of course, but this regen will actually work for you when you have to slow down. Say that you're going a downhill, you don't have to brake a lot. You have to brake, but those sudden braking situations can be avoided if you use this throttle thing where you rotate the throttle a bit behind. I think I read it in the Aether forums where someone mentioned that this reverse throttle is about 5 degrees, so that is not much. You can't even make out the difference, but yeah, when you're riding the scooter, you can actually twist it behind and the scooter will slow down and you can actually feel the slowing down of the scooter. And also I read in the forums that this regen effect can charge up your batteries, like say around 3 to 5% only, so it's not a huge deal breaker for you if you don't use it. But if you want that kind of efficiency with each of your rides, if you use this regen aggressively, that can really help. The last point being, keep periodic checks of each and every abnormal vibrations from time to time of your scooter. According to my observations, I have noticed these vibrations on my scooter. One is near the belt area, one is near the suspension area, and one is near the footboard and the motor area. So it's basically the behind part of the scooter. These vibrations might not seem much for any kind of vehicle, but it's an electric scooter. It's basically silent, and if you notice these slight vibrations, you can actually say that something or the other is wrong with them. I'm not saying that the scooter is completely messed up or something. It's just these slight vibrations which can actually give you lesser range and lesser efficiency numbers. So if you are noticing these abnormal vibrations, If they are not subtle enough, if they are very much noticeable, I would say contact Aether support immediately and get them checked and fixed, or else you will be actually getting disappointed with all the range numbers you are getting every day. Do note that all these points which I mentioned in the video are experimental and are observed by me. I have tested this scooter for like almost a year now, and I can say these points confidently. You can go ahead and find a sweet spot around these points which I mentioned in the video. I wouldn't go ahead and say that all the points which I mentioned are applicable for all the scooters, all the Aethers out there, but I can say this confidently that 3 out of 5 points which I mentioned will be applicable for almost every Aether scooter. So you can experiment on your own and figure out what you have to say about whatever I made in this video. So if you want to tell me about more experimentations like this about your own Aether scooter, you can comment them down in the comment section below. I would be really happy to read those. And if you ended up liking the whole video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, do subscribe to the channel. As always, this is Pawan signing out.